Hello, everybody, and welcome to A Critically Average Adventure, and welcome to this about to teleport halfway across the world, hopefully, adventure that we call the Fragments. Is a D&D 5e campaign I'm playing with my friends, and these are my friends. Hello, everyone.
Why did you
Hello.
Hopefully, because I'm blaming you if it goes wrong, Killian Norn.
Why me?
Because, well...
Why not?
Yeah.
Hey, you're meant to be a friend.
If something's going to go wrong, it's going to be to do with Killian Norn.
Hey.
I imagine.
Hey.
No, I think we all have the potential to cause things to go wrong.
Oh yeah. We are literally we're the reason everything goes wrong.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah, see?
Teammates.
We all have the potential, because all it takes is Jack not to like someone and it goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
The immortal words. They're a bit odd. Well, scratch that NPC off the list. That's gone. Could have been literally the source of all good, but nope, it's a bit odd.
He's a
bit weird.
It's a bit weird, that's it. It's a bit weird. Odd.
So do you want to know what Gretch's note is from last session?
Oh, I hazard to guess.
Let's hear what Gretch is.
Gretch's note is bit annoying, not pudding checked.
He is a bit annoying. He was very annoying.
It was, and he tried to rob you.
And I want to point out, it wasn't really a Erwin trying to con you guys with like lack of money. I just hadn't figured out how much money I had. It's like how much silver you got? Don't worry about it. So I just converted it to actually numbers I can actually figure out. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll convert that to gold.
And yeah, there is a fair and easy way to do this, I think, somewhere nearby if you wish to switch it into gold. Yes, where we left our adventurers last time, they had gone to see Gretch at the Amethyst Towers in the sort of experimenting hall. At the end of it, there being Gretch's little trading post, if you like, where you exchanged a few items, bargained, and dealt, and you exchanged some strange stuff.
Mushroom spore.
Mushroom spore?
You knew that mushroom spore was so wealthy, worth it so much.
Yeah, he was quite interested in that, if you remember.
Yeah.
I still think we should be growing mushroom people.
Oh, don't worry, I've got some left.
That's all right then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't give that weird person all of it. Don't worry.
Killian's not that generous. And plus he's always like...
Killian wasn't that generous. Killian was all about just like reaching over the table and nailing his head to the table halfway through that. It was quite intimidating. It's like, how about this? How about this? It's like, I'm looking for the exit, so this is going to get violent. Any minute now, this is going to be a pull him bodily through the bars. You know he doesn't really fit.
Hey, he would turn into Jello.
He would fit. Oh, but what if that's how you found out he was a pulling person?
It's like that person that turned into water in X-Men. Did you see the X-Men film?
Yep.
When
the senator.
And he was
like,
yeah, and then
wow. And by the way, the CGI on that did not age well. I've seen that recently. It's like, you can count the lines on those pixels. Geometry of that.
Yeah.
So you cut your fingers on those triangles.
You had fed Jess and Beck back at the yak. Jess and Beck back at the yak.
It's good. It works.
Yeah, that didn't
yeah. Jess and Beck back at the yak. And
rolls off the tongue. That was.
I think you were proceeding to see Litianna, but you guys can tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the plan.
Yes.
Is that your main mission?
That was, I believe, where we were heading to.
It's the next stage then. Maybe not the main mission, but the next step. You want to go and see if we can get Litianna some information.
Well, ultimately, this book is supposed to help us get find a way of destroying the grid crystal stuff.
Yes.
Because apparently there was a mage out there who knew more, and then we're going to go to a place where they were once. This Jakarta.
Blint Froxert.
Blint Froxert, indeed, is the individual you're hunting for.
How do you spell Blint? Blint?
Yeah, Frockzu.
Oh, you got to slow down, man. I'm typing here. I'm a terrible typer. SO.
No, F.
Frockzurt is what I've got written down.
He still did it for us, didn't he?
Yeah.
Do you want me to
I'm a pick and pecker.
I will message you it. I will message you it.
Okay.
Here he's coming. Here he coming. Here he coming. Coming round the mountain when he comes. Yeah. The streets of Kansas are as they normally are. It's getting on in the day, I believe, as this day has gone on for a while. You are probably aware that some of you can get the sort of smells as you start passing the square where they have like the kind of night market going on. There's a few things for sale, interesting little snippets of food, and there's food. There is kind of a hubbub of talk and people finishing their days of the general admin work, and a couple of the kind of powdered and scorched robes people that you saw within the amethyst towers have kind of left, and they're going for their their after dinner refreshments and supper.
After work, after dinner, same thing.
Yeah, well, work is dinner, and dinner is work in Killian Norn's mind. But business is pleasure. Look at him, mind.
Business is food.
Business is business.
Pleasure is food.
Yeah, that. You should get that on a t-shirt.
What pleasure?
Business is business. Pleasure is food. Or something like that. Just a really confusing one that doesn't make any sense. Just lots of like Killian.
Only makes sense to me.
Yeah, to Killian Norn. Yeah. Did the libraries all for you guys? What are you doing? Let's have it. Let's have it. Anything else you want to do? Nothing else you want to do before you leave? No. Right.
Not really.
Into the library, into that great entrance hall, up the steps that rise up to the doors, and then the doors are open and welcoming, and you arrive into that entranceway where you have the little sorting index card unit thing that's going on with a tiny gnome lady with the most wrinkled face you've ever seen. She is basically a humanoid raisin. She is very tiny, very wrinkly, but absolutely gorgeous. Always wearing the most beautiful kind of silks that are wrapped around her tiny little body. And she says, "Oh, go on up then." And you can go up either of the staircases to the large elevator with its beautiful golden sort of clad frontage, and rise up the elevator to the upper floors, and where you meet Litianna. And she sways to you in her way. Welcome back, everybody. Most pleased to see you. I hope your day has gone as well as mine.
Yeah. It has been certainly an eventful one.
Really?
I have a question before we teleport off.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to get Heartstone and be like, so, like, we were just talking to Gretch, and he's really interested in this thing, and I don't really know much about it. So I was wondering, because you've got all these books and stuff, if you know anything about them.
Let's roll an intelligence check for her.
No.
Yeah, she did.
Oh.
Wow. She says, "This is an item crafted by a hag. Is that where you normally must have had to defeat one to be in possession of this?"
We beat up 2 and 1 ran away. They're in prison.
Oh, the cells. I heard about this. There was talk of the magical cells being occupied. this gem
One
will.
of those is broken too.
Sorry?
One of those is broken too. Someone jammed the lock.
Oh dear. What a shame. Well, what this would do is allow a hag to become not of this world while they possess it. It also is very useful
I felt like a fairy then.
to cure diseases.
Okay, that's cool. Is it worth lots? Because he's gonna try and find a magic weapon for it.
It can cure any disease.
That sounds useful.
Apart, I'm guessing technically it would probably only cure anything non-magical, but a standard sort of disease or poison. No, not poison, just disease. 30 days, heartstone, nostrils, actions. Yeah, and it will allow a night hag to go into the ethereal plane.
Oh.
Okay, that's cool. Have you worked out a way that we can get back, or do we have to walk back? Because it's quite a long way.
I think they were going to use the item that Erwin was going to give them, wasn't he? He was going to give them a because they got being choice. See you within range. Yeah, no, you've got to be able to see you. That's the problem. Ah, I know.
They not got a scroll that like Killian can use or Charlie can use.
They go through and reach into their pocket, and they pull out a small small brass ball.
Mhm.
And they hand it to who are they going to give it to? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. They give it to Charlie.
Oh dear.
We're never getting back.
And then place it in his hand, and she says, "Press the side." And he clicks the side of it, and it opens. And inside is what appears to be like an enamel eyeball.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Okay.
I will be able to see you with this. Hopefully it'll allow me to cast the spell that I need to cast through it. I have a receiver here that links these two together.
Like a telly bell.
But you will need to be in the open or above ground for the connection to be strong enough.
Okay.
If you just press the side there, Charles, it'll close again. I'll do that. I don't like it looking at me. Just close it shut.
It's staring at me.
Do you hear stuff through it, or do you just see things?
It is merely a visual aid.
We can't really like give you a report or anything.
You could write a report and scan it over a document, I suppose. That's one way to communicate with me. Or do any of you have any way with speaking with hands?
My way of speaking with hands probably isn't what you mean.
Oh, a more primitive dialect, maybe. Well, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Come with me. I shall show you. And they take you through to a kind of side chamber. What are you going to say? You're banging your pen, and I know that means I'm going to say something.
Oh no. Killian's just thinking about has he got enough potons to last the journey.
God, I hope so.
Oh, you'll be right.
But
He goes full cannibal. I run out of croissants. I'm going to eat
no.
you. Woo!
Where you're going to get to cast 9th level spells.
Hey, Erwin, you're looking kind of like a croissant right now.
Bean's going to learn 9th level magic just so they can cast True Polymorph Croissant.
He'll give up all his own casting levels to have but one spell. Polymorph to croissant.
Well, to be honest, that's one way of getting rid of the crystal.
And everything else. That's annoying you, croissant.
John.
That person's evil, croissant.
John, Owen the cobbler. You are led to a room that has a number of instruments and stuff strewn around, and little potion bottles and books and scrolls and similar objects. What you see in the center is what you've been made familiar by the ball that you visited in Morgenthau, is a teleportation circle, and you are led onto it. There is a small lectern type thing for reading from, and upon it there is a book. And Litianna approaches said book and begins to read from this book. Could you please roll me a D100?
no.
Excuse me.
I'm in that mood this evening. I'm so sorry, guys. That's why I'm trying to distract my brain by doing this as well.
You got that D100 for me, John?
Oh, me, sorry. My bad. I'm writing notes.
Because I said no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
24.
24?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gonna be nice.
Could you roll me 3d10?
Oh.
All in one go?
Yeah.
Okay, the total is 14, or 7, 4, and 3. If you want it individually.
We'll take that in force damage.
14 in force damage. Yikes!
Are you joking?
I
No.
don't think it is.
We all take that.
Yes.
14.
Pretty average roll.
And you open your eyes after a blinding. How it feels is, first of all, there's kind of like a coruscating electrical energy around you folks, and it kind of creeps along the floor and kind of then begins to tickle your feet, and you feel hair, scales, whatever you have start to begin to stand on end. Charlie looks like a chick, basically.
The dragon's scales stand on end. Do they kind of go like this, or is it proper like that?
I don't know.
Just raise up.
Imagine how gross that will look if you're looking at it from the wrong angle.
Yeah,
Just raises up a bit, like hackles. Just like,
yeah, you're like a hackle, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you
More
kind
like
of feel that.
Porcupine.
And then you are kind of, it feels like you're compressed, but as you compress, you feel that damage like slam through your body, and you feel like you've been like shrink wrapped, but by rocks. You open your eyes.
Does not sound pleasant.
And you are in a bustling town.
Oh.
There are the let me tell you about this town. So the streets are narrow and but quite straight lines, if you know what I mean. It's on a grid type system. You can see along the narrow streets, and the towers, the buildings rise about 3 floors high. They are built of a rough grayish stone. It looks like sandstone, but grey, if that makes any sense. And you can see, you appear to be in some sort of area where there is a like a housing area. You can see that there are streams of washing up above you. You can see that. Well, would you see the sun? You would see the sun is it is directly aligned with the setting sun, actually, where you are now, the street one end. You can also smell in the air the sea. You are close enough to the sea to be able to smell it. You also get another peculiar smell. I'd like Jax to make a survival or nature check for me. You wouldn't know. Wouldn't know. Charlie might. Sorry?
Could I? So 17 on survival. But could I also try my wanderer feature?
Mm-hmm.
And see if I recognize this place, because I have an excellent memory for maps and geography, and you can always recall the general layout of train settlements and other features around you. I'm wondering if I've been here before when I came rocking down the country, because
I think you would have, probably. Yeah.
Well traveled that he is.
You might have actually been. It would make sense. Wouldn't orc party be able to? From your clan, Jackson.
yes.
Are they a likable sort? Are they? Yeah.
So like so they're pretty much standoffish, and yeah, they're probably pretty brusque to sort of outsiders, because they're kind of this is our space, and we'll kick the crap out of anyone that tries to argue this case.
Yes.
When I left, I was rocking around on my own, and although I do have some of those tendencies, I
Just some.
just some of those tendencies. Jax is slightly friendlier and willing to sort of, wander around and see what's going on in the world.
He's the friendly one.
So tell us how you got from the north of Canoes to Gregdon. Let's hear a little bit about how that happened.
Gregdon.
So, well, he kind of left home because he didn't want to spend his time just clearing out the wargs, and was going to be like, I'll show you that I can be a big tough orc too. And basically has sort of wandered around the place a bit aimlessly. I think you said I came in through some like monk guarded towers.
Yeah.
Was where I crossed into the north.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could have come from.
So I kind of came across. So I'm guessing that sort of where Jax's tribe is, there isn't the greatest boat builders out there, which is possibly he probably came across on a rickety ass boat, which is where he's less than fond of boats. And then when he's tried better quality boats, the bastard thing sunk.
Yeah. I think maybe you might have been able to get passage from Heatherstone and then landed here. And you were in the port of Tantalib.
Tantalib. And where is Port Tantalib in relation to the caster in the Expanse?
Slightly northwest. No, sorry, it is northwest from Jakarta. Yeah.
So it's southeast is where we would need.
Southeast is where you need to go. Yeah, you've your teleport did not go to
the plan.
No. It's the D100. Well,
so our wizard
D100 rule determines it. Sorry.
So, like, are we like 10 miles, 50 miles, 100 miles?
You've got a few days trek at least.
So our wizard lady was not very accurate.
No.
Oh, and I thought she just slammed our faces into the ground for no apparent reason.
Yeah, this is Port Tantalib. This isn't Jakarta. This isn't the waste in the Expanse. I'll have a sort of a swing around and be like, they're off that away.
Yeah. Charlie will kind of ruffle his feathers, isn't it? Oh, well, I've heard of this place. I'm not the most wonderful little a town. There is a group of the trades with canoes. The westerly continent, one of the biggest sort of places you can go in and out from to the continent through, and it sits on the edge of the half as well. If you travel to the east, it would pretty much on the round road.
I'm just not used to having no snow.
Oh, and Charlie looks at Killian. Are you feeling it yet? The heat.
Hungry?
The heat, Killian. I know you're hungry. You're always hungry. How is Killian feeling? Not first time being out in the snow?
No, not first time being out of snow.
When has Killian been a country?
He's been out of snow.
I mean, out of the colder clime, then maybe.
God.
Out of the cold. Yeah, you are out of the cold.
I think would he have been okay.
Has Killian been sent on any sort of... Was he trusted to go on any sort of missions of diplomacy from the Norn Kingdom before he had a strop and left?
It's Killian. What the fuck do you think?
No.
No.
He was kept on a
The only reason Killian was sent anywhere is to declare war. Not that was the plan. Just go there. War will be declared. We'll fight them eventually.
It's just like, we really want to fight
annoy them. Go over there and annoy them.
And Killian, he'll offend them in every possible way there is.
That bad. I don't purposefully offend.
No, it's just in Killian's general nature that
that bad. Am I?
You just don't like your family.
Yeah.
To be honest, I can see why Killian believes this whole politics and diplomacy thing is rubbish. So it's like the family's like, we're doing all this politicking and manipulating and spider middle of a web. And Killian's like, what are you guys doing? You're making things worse. Stop it.
Why don't you just bake cakes?
Why not?
Just
Why don't we just deal with our own stuff in-house? Because you guys, you're ruining everything. I'm leaving. I'm out of here.
But yeah, how are you feeling? How was it not having your feet were on sand, like kind of like a dirt road, but it has fine layers of sand, like kind of gathering to the sides.
Know how I'm feeling. I'm feeling very, very warm. I've got the boots of Winterlands on. I've just read that on the things. I'm actually like
sweaty
warm in here. Woo!
Sweaty little
keeps you hot. It actually keeps you warm instead of like.
He's gonna end up like what is it, festival feet?
Oh,
I'm automatically getting some water skin out.
Pour some into your boots of winter. Just top them up.
Yeah.
Very warm.
Mhm.
Killian is not used to having this texture under his feet. He finds it very strange. Very
Gritty.
strange.
Yeah, it's a fine sand. It also
Killian
it
doesn't
glimmers
choose.
slightly. It's
Here's a question: is it like a white sand or a yellowy sand or a browny sand? Because it depends on how hot it will get. If it's white sand, that'd be like being a toaster.
It is like yellow to white, but
Oh, yep, nice.
it has within it a particulate that is almost glimmers, almost iridescent
Silica.
at points in
Some
certain.
form of silica, in. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
like it's got like possibly like a shell or something within it.
Can I kind of pick some up and just watch it fall through my hand?
Yeah, you do, and it kind of drifts away in a slight breeze that's blowing in from that kind of comes by at that point, and you get that. You've been in the ocean. You've been in the ocean. You've been drowned. You know what the seas are.
You know what sand looks like when your face is in it.
And and you get that kind of that scent of sea air, but then you've got it mixed with this kind of this sand that it's so fine. It's very, very, very fine.
Really wanted to poke your arm.
No, don't.
I haven't. I'm so sad. I was just looking at you. Yeah, I was going like this. I was like, okay. Killian needs to get shoes. His feet.
I know a good place to eat.
Where do we need to go? North,
Please.
south, east, west?
We need to go like that way for like a couple of days at least.
That way was south.
Southeast.
Southeast.
We might find someone around here might know about this crazy old guy or the mystery tower, because it's only a couple of days away. So it might be worth asking about this artificer guy here, see if anyone knows him. And I'm going to start heading off, because I am sure that when I came through here last time, I will have found, and it's going to be the greasiest greasy spoon ever, which may or may not do like sort of, beef. It may be other things, but it's cheap. And
it's like the chicken nuggets that say 100% chicken, but it's not the actual like meat.
It's going to be some random greasy spoon type place.
Oh, what the smell smells great. It's like, a burger. I haven't had a burger in ages. It's not. It's a rat burger. Rat? Do you see any cows around here? Delicious, man. Good movie. Come on.
As long as it's delicious, I'll eat it.
Yep.
Right responses. Good rat.
Yeah, it was. Good rat.
You lead them round and to sort of a more populated area, and there is a small market going on, and you're looking out for a place that called Blarm's Bites. It's a small caravan that is dragged around the place by a couple of rather depressed donkeys. But I had to think. I didn't want to say depressed donkey because that makes them sound sad, but they are. They're just they're like.
Just say donkeys.
Kind of
we all know what.
They're not the Instagram donkey that you get where there's a happy smiley donkey.
I just got donkey from Shrek.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Clinically depressed.
Yeah. Imagine
That's
it.
what I got in my head when you said depressed donkey. I was like, oh, like my heart went a little bit. I was like, oh no.
And it is still there. It's shifted maybe from one side of this market street to the other.
There's an ordinance. It's not allowed to stay in the same place too long. People complain about the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Blarm is serving away in his normal manner, which is always creates a queue, making his food seem more popular. But it's possibly to do with some of the fact that the way that he actually
quite slow.
Does everything. It's yeah.
Is he a sloth?
No, what you see of Blarm is this long, wrinkly neck and these big eyes, and then a kind of almost like a beak-like face, and then
snapping turtle.
he is basically a tortoise, but a person. He is a turtle, and he is in this place, and his shell kind of barely fits in the little cabinet kind of space.
He can only go sideways.
Yeah, there are definitely scuff marks on either side of the shell where he slides up and down within this little space, and Blarm is cooking away.
What is it that Blarm cooks?
You don't know.
It for specials.
What does it look like?
Bacon.
Because Because
Thick bacon.
I was imagining like, you know that.
You can make a nature check to see if you know what Blarm's cooking today on the griddle.
Yeah, can I?
Yes.
Okay, because I was thinking it could be one of two, like food styles we were going.
Oh no, go on. What are you thinking of?
Because I was thinking, is it going to be like, you know, like street food kind of thing, or is it going to be like, you know, that dirty, greasy van that used to be at the bottom of bottom Market Square in Northampton, the white one. You could smell it from a mile.
Yeah, that does like the burgers that you're not sure how much is bread. The meat bit is bread as well as the bread.
How much
bit is
of the
bread.
meat is bread?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the onions that have clearly been sat there for like a week.
I know the place.
You know, is it that kind of van or is it like street food?
It will be the most perfect combo.
Okay.
He has a rack of spices, that are being applied, and various sauces, and he's got one of those pots that's got like a thick dipping that he pulls out a brush and lays it on the thing on the griddle, and drenches it with this stuff, puts it out, puts it back in the pot.
That'll be a 13 for a nature check.
13.
To find out what
it is meat. It is meat. It is meat, and it looks like fresh meat that he's cooking on the griddle.
But I don't know what meat.
No.
Brown.
Starts off red or pink, and then just gets brown or black.
You rock up to the front of it.
For specials, please.
Sorry, word.
For specials.
Word.
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 For specials, please.
Specials coming up.
Looking up at Jackson. Your favourite place?
It's good. I ate here a Fitbit when I came through town.
Oh, is this warm? It's like getting sunset, so it's like it's end of the day.
Hand it to Erwin.
It's warm in here.
What?
Killian gave away food. I think Killian doesn't. It's not a cross-all, so like Killian is like, I'm going to experiment. I'm going to give it to the goblin first.
Oh
no! My thinking is,
whoa! We have had a breakthrough.
No, my thinking is,
We have had a character breakthrough. Killian has passed through to somebody else first.
my thinking is, Erwin's too short to reach the food off the counter, so he grabs it for him and hands it down.
Is it always Killian?
It's Erwin.
You're growing into a real boy. Such a prowess of him.
Pete, calm down. You don't want to spoil it. You don't want to spoil it. You want to nurture it. Don't crush it. Crush it. Got it started. You know?
Back up.
Like, don't worry, it'll never happen again. Okay.
Like that's carrying progression. That's real transformation. Yes, yeah, I know, but that's nothing. You wouldn't have thought that before. I know.
But it's
this is
Erwin is the only person that is allowed to ride Killian, pull his tail, poke him
without getting getting ice breath in the face.
Yeah.
Which I'm immune to now.
Like Erwin is the only person that is allowed to do all of this. Killian. So Killian's just like, yeah.
Okay, so Owen, you have.
Gradually moving the chair to block dog.
I am trying to block dog. Go away. Go
Yeah,
away.
I take it.
Yeah. It is basically what you've got is like a very crusty roll with this kind of wedge of this meat with something that looks like a pickle in beside it, and then like a kind of sprinkling of something crusty on the top that looks very crunchy, and then a sliced root vegetable. And an onion would be the most.
Is it kind of like the crispy onion we've got that's sprinkled on top?
It's that, but it would be more like. Something like that, but mixed with like a cinnamony kind of thing. So it has kind of more like a Turkish, what we would say Turkish kind of spice to it.
Old spice.
His head went over the laptop. Sorry.
And you can gradually feel juices sopping into this bun.
Toby, don't kick the. Did you see that? He perfectly went on the box.
Because he's a meanie.
Toby.
Just a second.
Sorry.
Dog, wee break time.
Toby, go.
Pause that. Yeah, so you're being served some snacks from Blam's Bites.
Blam,
Sorry?
Blam, we're off to the desert, the waste. Anyone know anything about there? We're looking for some old wizardy person.
You don't want to go into the wastes. Far too dangerous to cross it without being with a caravan. Far safer to take the round road.
I think we're cutting straight across the middle.
Where is it you require? Where are you travelling?
Some wizard's tower.
A wizard's tower.
An old one.
Blint Frockzer.
Oh.
A name I've not heard in a very, very long time. My grandfather used to tell me of their wars. The wars on Gregton. Terrible, bloody things. But heroes arising from those wars. Great battles. Such loss, such sorrow. But there was one who would, those gravely injured would help to restore them to health, to bring them a modicum of maneuverability after grievous injuries. And that was Blint.
Do you know anyone that might know where his tower is?
I'm afraid no, these were fireside, bedside stories my grandfather would tell me.
Are there any book types in town you know?
Bookish types, there is a bookshop or so, but just your normal run-of-the-mill cookery, fiction kind of things. Nothing of ancient history or lore really kept here, apart from at the temple, but that's normally reserved just for the worshippers who go.
Okay. I will pay for 4 specials.
It's cheap. It's like 3 silver a head.
So 12 in total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Meh. Oh, it's like, oh. Oh dear.
Ooh!
I saw that.
Did Tony send you it?
No, I saw it as I was doing the school run this afternoon.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, we'll see you when we get back.
Very well. Do you really mean to travel into the waste or take the round road round? I would far advise it. There's so many people who get lost, waylaid in the dust, the storms.
I think we're going to see what else we can find out about it first.
Oh, very well. Farewell, you four. Enjoy your specials. Your fresh caught today.
What is it?
A lizard.
Oh, okay.
Toby, away. Snout, get lost. Yeah, what do you want to do? Tell us about this. What would we like to do here? How are we going to explore this new town? What are we going to investigate within this?
Jackson, where do we think we can stay? It looks like the sun is setting. And I have no idea where we are.
We
are very far from my home. And very warm.
Sorry, it gets really cold at night.
Good.
Not one and then the other.
Sounds horrible. Anyway.
Maybe.
Well, I was going to suggest that Charlie can go and ask the priesty types and see if they know anything. And I was going to have a look around for if there was any cartographers around.
Well, we're on a port. It's quite possible that there'll be a port master or harbour master or something like that. And there would probably be a guild of cartographers somewhere. They'll be nearby.
So I thought we should have a look there, see what we get.
Okay. So you make your way. First of all, I think we'll go to the cartographers. So all together at this point. Charlie, unless you want to try, Charlie. No, Charlie's happy to go on his own.
I don't think we could go alone out here in the city. Well, maybe. I don't want to go alone in the city.
And it's somewhere that not all of us know.
Yep.
Well, why don't we all go to the back, people, and then all go to the temple, and then we can worry about it there.
Okay.
What did he just say?
Map people, not bat people. It did sound like bat people with the little glitch.
It did. That's after
We'll all go to the bat.
Yeah, we're all looking for
Batman.
Batman.
That's what I had to ask because I was just like, sorry.
I know who Batman is. I'm the bat.
I looked like a bat yesterday skating.
And I actually love that bit with Jim Carrey when he's the Riddler. That's the best.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, that's probably my favourite bit. I don't know. Apart when he comes up to the camera, that's my other favourite bit. He goes, too many questions. Too many questions. My work rate is too many questions. Why hasn't anybody you in your place? I love that bit. It's hard. It's just awful. A madness. And then it goes into you're sort of stuck where you are. But in your dreams, you can buy expensive cars, live on Mars, and do it your way. Too much information about Batman Forever.
Still one of my.
Probably rusted metal, Batman. What? Metal. It's got holes in it. Oh.
That's a Batman film we need to show Ali.
Yeah, Two-Face. I love what you've done with the place. No, enough. You make your way through to the port. you can see that there are ships being loaded and unloaded, and there are the normal sort of dockyard shenanigans going on. There are winds of rope. There are stacks of crates, boxes, barrels, warehouses being filled, and carts being loaded all over the place. The sea smells cool here. It is actually rather refreshing being out of the tight knit of the houses and out to the stone docks that go out, that are built into the sea, and then they gradually change into wood as they go deeper. They look like they've been patched and repaired and fixed several times over when larger storms have come. Some of them even look like they're floating jetties that can be kind of pulled in and kind of extended out on occasion when needed for more berthing space for the boats and things. And you're wandering around. There is a immediately noticeable. There seems to be a sort of coordinating office or window where there are people queued up to do business, basically, and you can join that do business. You can join that queue if you wish, or we can explore around and see if we can find something else.
Well, I'm going to be looking around for notable alleyways, rooftop passageways, like planks between two different buildings, and the usual diving denizens of cobblers everywhere.
Oh, okay. You're on a cobbler look.
I'm on a cobbler quest.
Yeah, you can. I'm going to have to say make a perception check.
Okay, that's not a problem with that.
Oh,
There's a problem with that. Well, I got a 7. I rolled a 1, so that's fun.
In this area, you can't see any.
Standing eyes. June Christ.
You've got a sauce in there.
But as you're like sort of as you're noticing around, kind of raising your perceptive level to look about, you can you roll me a D? What do we want? A D 100, please.
34.
There is a kind of snippet of overheard conversation, and this person that is telling the tale is dressed in they are of dark skin. They are wrapped in kind of almost like they almost have like a turban thing going on with layers and layers of fine white cotton wrapped many times around them. They are most definitely not of this kind of area. You've seen like the general kind of clothes around here. They are very simple, like leather and jerkins and stuff like that. This is for a much hotter climb that this person is wearing, where you've got like the different layers to keep insulated. They are human, but maybe partly elven. There is like a slight point to the ear and a slightly angular expression to their eyebrows, etc.
Cheekbones and stuff like that.
Yeah, giving away some sort of a heritage
race
that is of not straight human blood. The individual is talking about he basically is chatting to one of the other dock folk, and he is saying, "Here's a blue dragon flying low over the plains. Most strange searching in the plains.
Nothing there but the wandering markets. Dust, dirt, the standing stones, the whistling, the changeable weather. Just over and over again, the dragon soars over the ground. I saw it with my own eyes. What do you mean? No, I had not been drinking. Yes, I am fond of those. But no, it was there. Look, you may not believe that dragons exist. I know they do. I have seen one. No, it was not a dragon born in a flying machine.
Here.
I think you are the one who has been drinking. You can believe me or not. I don't care. I know what I saw. A blue dragon over the Diadem Plains. And he turns his back on this individual and walks off. Give me kind of huff, and you can see the cotton things kind of trailing behind him.
Can I have a nose around?
Yes, what are you looking for, Killian?
I am looking to see if there is anybody that looks dodgy around, as in looks puddingy, or what? Because they had the mark on it. Was it the mark they had on there?
We don't know. We know they got an incision. We're not sure if there was a mark there or not. Half the time, we've never really noticed it yet.
Their symbols are normally hidden.
But do you do that? Marking.
From the external, you don't normally notice much. You can make a perception check.
But is anybody like side-eyeing us and like keeping an eye on us or anything like that?
Make me a perception check, Killian.
Don't mess up the dream catcher.
Don't be suspicious.
Why have you become obsessed with that?
It just comes in my head all the time.
I like that number today, don't I?
You do like it.
I like it a lot.
It's a good number. What is it when you add your modifier?
13.
I
know.
So when you have a nosy round, let's see. No.
I don't think matter.
No, you don't.
This thing well hidden. Just quickly, do we have any super glue?
Yes, we've got those.
Where?
Upstairs or in the drawer. There's loads in the drawer as well. There's super glue in the drawer.
Inside.
Yeah, and there is this kind of you can see a very tired looking a dwarf sat behind a little window, who is kind of handing out bits of paper, stamping things with an officious manner. The sweat is beading on his head. He's been in this place quite some time. It looks quite cramped in there. There's one of those spikes with bits of paper that he's putting them onto.
I was just going to literally tap the guy, whoever's in front of us in the queue, on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
What's this the queue for? Because we're trying to find people that know about maps.
This is the trading guild paperwork. You got to have things signed, stamped. What's coming in, what's going out. Tax purposes, you know.
No. So no maps.
Well, they have a library of various things you can access from not the window, but if you go around the side, if you ask them at the window, they can get you in, and you can buy a map if you want.
Okay.
Stand the queue then.
Then
Or you're just going to push right through. Just hi. Ignore the people yelling behind me. Hey there.
It takes a little while, and then you come across this this dwarf who's
Yeah.
they
I'm
are.
gonna say hello, and I'll start talking in Dwarven.
Well, I kind speaking one of my in my own tongue. That's novel.
Is it actually an insult that an orc is speaking the dwarven tongue? They're not known to be friends.
This person does not seem offended.
So we're looking for maps, not water maps. We want sand maps. Do you have them?
A sand map. What do you want? Can you be any more precise? Where do you wish to travel to?
So we're gonna go into the waste because we're looking for this tower that some guy. It used to be a hospital, like where people who'd get their arms and legs chopped off in war would get like sort of magic ones.
Do you have a name of the place where you wish to travel, please?
Well,
I've had a long day.
Well, what time is it?
Evening.
About in clocking off time. It seems like he should have some supper.
Okay. Well, if you can help, then I can buy you a beer after.
Beer is always good.
Exactly. So it was the tower where like Artificer Blint Frogsworth lived, but like there was like you could get like magic arms and legs if you had your arm or leg chopped off, and it's out in the waste somewhere.
Do you have a name where you wish to go? Please.
That's what I know.
Technically, we should have been in Jakarta.
Jakarta.
Yes.
I can give you a map to Jakarta.
I think it's kind of in the area of there, so like sort of not actually there.
But that would be appreciated one way or the other. Would you like the map? Get map there. That'd be great. And and if you got a map of the immediate area, that'd be even better. Around Jakarta.
Yeah, of course. He goes and looks in his in the room behind, and comes back, and he kind of rolls out two here, and he shows you like sorry, my small friend. He holds it up, and we are here. This is the round road. Travels southerly, and that'll take you straight to Jakarta. Although most people steer away from there. Traveling north, you can travel up. This road will continue on to the forest of Gargamel, and you can. Most people are traveling south from Gargamel at the moment. A lot of elves about if you have a look. And as you do look, there are quite a lot of elves that are boarding, taking passage on the ships. Also, kind of with a lot of things. They've got multiple cases and finer items.
So it would seem like they are moving.
We are leaving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of.
Why they left the woods?
Does he know?
Does he know? Does he know? Boats.
I don't know. I just see this bloody port all day. I just stare at the sea and ugly faced sailors. Sorry, Jerry. Sorry. Jerry's like there with like a big scar, like lip peeled. Yeah, so I didn't.
Handsome Jerry there.
You know I didn't mean it, Jerry. You looks very distinctive. He's not ugly. And he shows you this thing, and he shows you a closer map of Jakarta. Basically, it shows a town that has been subsumed by desert. There's kind of like a concave in the top of it. If you look at it, if you're looking north, the city is like this, and then it's done this. Like
interesting.
The desert's sort of eaten into the city.
So.
Yeah.
Is Jakarta a ruin?
Jakarta's dead.
I didn't notice. Oh, interesting.
Dead since the wars.
Huh.
The dead city of Jakarta has been filled with creatures of the unliving for a long time.
They're kept at bay and don't wander far from its borders. Something keeps them there. Maybe memories of being there. Memories of when they were alive. Was once beautiful, I hear. So were the rumours. Once the capital of Gregton, too. Ancient history, that, though. Ancient, centuries old.
Interesting.
Maybe the churchy place is better to go to.
Mm. How much for that map, sir? For the Ducato map?
5 silver.
I'll hand in 1 gold.
Ah,
You change, please.
I'll have a beer, because you look like you need one.
He looks at the queue.
It's all right. Oh, sorry, go for it.
He looks at the queue. Flips a sign, closed, slams a shutter, and walks out of a side door.
No, done.
Yeah.
Right. I was about to turn around and go, he's closed for the day.
There is a collective sigh from the queue, but it's like they knew they were trying their luck at this end of the day. Like trying to get to the thing just before it shuts. He comes out the little side door, and he's got like a jacket. He just slings over his shoulder, and he says, "Come on, then."
2 seconds, and then I'll do that. I'd like to walk over to one of the elves moving stuff, like one of the travelly people with their furniture.
Yeah, you can do.
What's happening in the forest? Because I have a friend who comes there, and I think she's like in charge of your place or whatever.
It's you approach a small elven family. There is a young elf, a child elf with them.
Oh, God damn it.
Which is rare to see. In most places, they're normally kept within the borders till much later in life. The mother and father kind of put the arms protectively round the child as this hulking, orcish person comes over. My good friend, what? Who do you speak of?
Like Toriel Galandranel, which we traveled for a while. She was heading back to home.
Oh, that family. They are known within the forest. Yes. It's the Gladriels are a known family. Yes. There is much trouble afoot in the forest. There is a disturbance with the plains. They are crossing over more and more. The forest has always been one of whimsy and magic, and the Fae is the veil between our realm and the Fae wild is thin there. Before it was just you might happen upon a glade that was a small portion of the Feywild, and you'd step back out.
We bumped into another elf called Janine Farrell. She disappeared into a thing and appeared in Frohast.
Quite possibly. It is most worrying, although what is happening more worryingly is when we are looking upon our forest, there are bubbles, is the best way to describe it, like you would get with soap on water.
I was going to say if you fight in the bath, yeah.
Quite.
When you fart in the bath. I love it.
And these are growing bigger and bigger. More of the forest is no longer ours. And
What's
it is
the
more
bubble?
there.
So they're somewhere else.
Through the bubble, you enter into the Fey realm.
Or Frohas.
Maybe stepping out the other side, another door would lead elsewhere, but our homes, our livelihoods are being destroyed. There seems no end to it.
So you're running away somewhere?
Somewhere that will welcome us, or somewhere where we feel we could settle and start anew. This land is far too arid. The desert has poisoned most of the lands apart from Gargamel, whose roots have dug so deep that it could not be destroyed, even through great magic.
Where, Patel, will you be going?
We head to Canoose. The verdant lower mountains are abundant with trees, and we've taken. And he opens up. He opens a small, like, pocket, or like a drawer on the side of one of the chests, and inside are loads of tiny little sections, and they're filled with seed, absolutely full.
With what?
Seeds.
And
I
like,
thought you said Steve. I was like,
seeds. It's got. It's actually seed.
Yeah,
Diving.
that's what I thought. That's what I was like,
Open up and there's a set
Yeah.
ship on it as well. It's like,
Opens
the
it up,
hell?
waved. You were all wiped out. You all drowned. The end. Done.
She's just annoyed with that conversation.
You
Questions.
lost D&D. You lost D&D. The end.
You lost the game.
That's it.
oh no, what show? Oh dear.
It's
As well as like, what? Sorry.
You okay there? You good? You okay with it?
Thanks for your permission there.
Sorry.
Yeah, lots of seeds and like beans and different things, and they're all finely written, and you can make out elven handwriting. You can sort of see that it's all labelled. This is basically like a capsule. We're taking over seeds and replanting the seeds. We hope to establish some of the old growths. It'll take time, but we are long-lived. Maybe this one, and like they hold the little one's shoulders and they look up, will be able to maybe herd the trees once more.
Sure. All right, well, I'm going to go and buy a dwarf a beer. So good luck.
Good luck.
Good day to you, and may your path travel be a fair one.
And to you too. And I hope that you find a good home without troubles. And that the sea treats you well on your journey.
Have a croissant.
Why, thank you. That's quite a gift. Thank you.
Have a croissant.
Will you eat these?
Mm-hmm. It's quite a gift from a Dragonborn.
Going on with Killian in this game? I don't like it.
I'll be honest, Killian has given away croissants to the king, to random strangers. Normally in a sense of like thrusting like a sword into their faces. Croissant!
Croissant! To kids.
Yeah, the kids. I can understand.
Kids.
Yeah, okay, there was a kid with them. Okay, get it. Yeah.
See?
Yeah. They break the croissant and kind of share it between. The little one looks up, big elven eyes. Like, the eyes look too, like, anime big in their face. Like,
blink,
they look
blink,
up,
blink, blink.
and they say, "Honey, she says, "It's good."
They're not good. They're delicious.
I hop back over to our dwarf.
Yeah. Let's go find a beer then. Do they also do places to stay? Because we might have to stay overnight.
He says, yeah, sure, I'll lead you to a place. And starts taking you down some dodgy back alleys. No,
Fantastic. I keep my eyes peeled.
I'm quite happy.
Killian's just like, don't trust this place.
It'll be fine.
I'm
So
there
what-
literally mopping the salt
Jack.
out of my eyes.
I'm quite enjoying it.
Killian's kind of walking like this, like,
Oh, so
because the
what?
ground's still quite hot for him. He's like,
Charles has actually got handfuls of sand, and he's like, "It's actually really good for you. You know, you could just rub it
Probably
in."
good for buffing up scales. Like a lot of the
Have a little go.
like
he
roll
gets
around.
in between my scouts, and I'm like,
No. They're literally like stuff like baths in the sand rather than because they don't have water, so they don't go swimming. They like roll around in the sand and like it buffs up like scales nice. Good for armor, polishing your armor.
Keep you exfoliated.
I roll around in snow.
Yeah, but that's less good at like sort of. This is quite abrasive and like sort of polishes.
Yes, it's just we get everywhere.
That's what it's for. Feels kind of good.
I was like, don't we know that? I've still got sand in my boots.
It kind of, yeah, it tickles a bit, but I don't mind it at all.
I'm just waiting for this cold to come.
Well, come on, we'll get inside. Maybe it's cooler in one of these buildings.
We'll get
Mm,
there.
You are led to a place called the Happy Llama.
Happy llama. Nice.
Okay.
Inn or a tavern?
It is an inn, and there is rooms available. It looks like on the room is a low slung building with like a stuff on top that kind of gets smaller as it goes up to the upper floors, and on the top there is a dome with a kind of lookout area, maybe like a balcony of some sort that you can make out on the top of it. The rooms are the building itself have kind of got these long slit windows, no panes in them. It's just literally just a stone shape that is a window.
Maybe.
He's doing his paw. Sorry, it wasn't the thing. And you are led inside by your dwarven companion.
Why did I get so many crisps?
And he climbs up to a stool at the bar, and the barman sidles over and says, "Evening, Grebin." He's like, "Oh, Frank, what a day! What a day!" New friends, Grebin? Not friends, people who offer to buy me a drink.
Can we get 5 beers and some dinner and some room?
Tea, please, Jackson.
5 beers, some dinner, some rooms, and a tea, please.
Yeah. Coming up. No trouble. Ice
in the beer.
In the beer.
In one beer, please.
Ice in the one beer.
And some extra in a bowl. Please.
Yeah. Okay.
Could you just do a big bowl of water? I've got an idea for that.
Hey. Yeah. And he provides you with those. The round is gold and half.
Okay.
What, for dinner as well? And rooms?
Not for the rooms.
For dinner? And the drinks?
Well, how much for the rooms as well?
he's going to charge you. Let's say, how many nights?
Just one at the moment.
It's going to be like 3.5 gold for everyone staying, and food, bed and board, bed and breakfast.
Okay. I will do that then.
Killian likes it when breakfast is involved.
And when he turns up with a big bowl of water, I'm going to put Killian, put your cloak over your head, put your face right near the bowl of water, and then do your breathy thing, and then you'll make ice.
Has he got flu?
When I do my breathy
Got a question, and this would be hilarious. Your breath weapon, is it like just a gas, or does it have force? Because if you go like gonk gonk gonk, you're just going to blow the bowl through the bottom of the table. Boom!
That's actually a very good question.
Breath weapons tend to be like concussive as well as just gassy. It's hilarious.
I never said Jax was smart.
The bowl is now attached by a block of ice to the table, which is now slick. I'm probably going to be hugging it. It's cold. It's so good. It's so nice.
Yeah, I'm going to say you don't need to do it. You can kind of just do it like a little, and just chill a small fraction of this water. It cool down enough to be.
I'm probably just trying to shuffle in front of as the breath's coming over the table, I'm just kind of shuffle in front of it. So nice.
So hilarious because as he shuffled over, the light hit his face.
So cold.
That's because I've got my camera is center things. Everything on the outside is going to get blown out.
Yeah. We cooled this water down, and some meals are provided.
I'll cool the water down and then just rub my face against it. Like a dog. Like,
yep.
Your friend in there, not acclimatized to the heat. Says Rebin.
It's hot.
I just look down at myself and then look at him and then look back down and then breathe the.
Yeah. Well, we like Frohast like about an hour and a half ago.
What do you mean?
Magic teleportation.
You know the ice place? We were down there.
I know what Frohast is.
Yes. We teleported up here. We're on a bit of a mission.
The wizards from Kikanzak sent us up here. They missed.
I was about to say, are you powerful mages?
Oh no.
No, the wizard from Kikanzak. Well, she was aiming for Jakarta.
Oh, I see. That's why you need a map to Jakarta. Now it's coming clear. Yeah, okay.
We're on a mission to perhaps even save the world.
Well, you don't hear that every day. Well,
I know.
I suppose she's smiling. There's a few people here that think they're going to save the world.
It's
fair.
You see lots of people every day, right?
And I do, face upon miserable face.
Have you seen anyone either doing the thingy evil, and then I'm gonna like dip my finger in sort of Killian's ice water bowl and sort of draw out a picture of the water. I've seen that on anything.
He says, he looks at the symbol and he kind of.
Wait, how good are Jackson's art skills to draw?
Oh, yeah, let's have a.
Sorry, that's what
what did you do that for? Come on! It's got three there.
It's a rectangle with a couple of fangs, as far as.
Pretty much, yeah.
So literally, it is going to be a.
Sorry, that's what I wanted to know. How good
I could make you roll. I'm not going to make you roll. It's a pretty.
It's going to end up as sort of,
I like
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. You draw it out. It's familiar, but Not quite that. And what he does is he actually adds to your drawing. Let me see if I have it on this phone, or did I just draw it?
That's just kind of what I've always had in my head every time we talk about a Moor symbol.
I can send you a picture of a token that I made years ago.
Nice.
It was very terrible, but I've made better ones since, and Bean has drawn better ones since.
Yeah, because I asked you what did it look like, just so I could get a clear picture of it, like a clear image of it. And
Are you doing fragment art or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to put it in there in a second. When Snap channel art. Fragments, art, and images. There we go. Boop.
Oh.
Something like this, like a small disc with like a set of teeth within it.
I think I'm on extremist down.
Yeah. But what he does is he kind of expands on that image, and he draws out like eyes and ears, or horns above it.
Okay.
So it looks like a little like devil's face.
Like a demon rabbit.
Yeah, like a little devil's face. You'd kind of assume that it kind of looks like a devil's
When
face.
you said it, I imagined like rabbit.
Sorry?
Where have you seen that?
On some of a few crates traveling here and there.
Okay.
Where?
Well, there was something for Heptar a couple of months ago, if I recall properly. Something traveling to Slavet.
What, from here?
Traveling through. Like, we don't get much here. It's like, I mean, probably the best export we've got is
Fish?
Well, we fish a bit, but I mean, mostly it's just for the temple. People come here for getting out of places, over to Knus, come to the temple.
Do you know where the boxes?
What the hell is Slavish?
Sorry?
You know where the boxes came from? If they were going to Heptar and Slavet, where did they come from? Because isn't that like your job to track this stuff?
I could look back at the records if you'd like me to find out.
That would be amazing. If we come and see you in the morning, we'll have a few more.
I mean, it was months ago. What are you looking for, John? Sorry.
Hang on, I keep going. I'm just trying to find Slavet or whatever you said.
Slavet, north of Knus, in the centre of the mountains.
North of Knus, centre of the mountains. Oh, yeah, got it. Fantastic.
I unlocked my phone and went on Ryanair app.
Have you got a different map to us? Because I've only got the one that has Tantalib and beer.
He put a new one in. He had a sudden spurt and designed a new map. It's in art.
Added all the labels to the map. The same.
Yeah.
Map. Just put the labels. It's in the main art channel.
Oh, okay.
It's been very useful. It's like, oh, that's what the world looks like. That
Where is that? I'm in art.
Oh, you have to go scroll up. You'll see the map.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So let's copy image, and there we go. Because that makes life easier. Because yes, I've only
You only had the old one that I'd done ages ago, and I hadn't put everything on.
Where is it? Sorry.
In the main art chat.
Oh, the main
fragment art chat now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nah.
And that morph symbol is very red. You barely see it on my just the coloration on my screen. I can't.
It was
barely
me
see that
with a phone thing with stamps, trying to create something just very quickly. I think I downloaded a clip art and then a stamp image that I could put in from a phone app right at the very, very, very beginning of playing this game.
Oh, okay, fantastic.
Okay.
Do you have the drawing? Beanie might have the decent drawing of the flat coin that she did.
You have to get that scanned into the pictures.
Or scan it and draw it up or something. I can find out for you, he says.
Come and see in the morning.
All right, yeah, I'll be. Well, you'll know where I'll be.
What, you mean in amongst my pictures of half-naked women?
Yeah, it's in the naked women folder. Naked lady folder.
Naked lady. Aha!
Liking ladies?
I like drawing naked ladies, so.
Okay.
Rockabilly ladies. That's it. Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, that's really cool actually. That's much more sinister. I like it.
Yeah.
So there you go. I'll take a photo of that and you put it in.
I could probably make it 3D or something with the app.
This is what I mean about I'll put my phone down in random places. All the time.
Cool.
Yeah. So rooms and stay for the night?
Yeah.
Should I go to the temple in the morning? I'm sure there'll be a call to prayer or something.
Well, I was going to suggest if we go and see Growing in the morning, before that queue starts, then we can find out where those boxes came from, and we can, because if they've come from the
fragments themselves,
because he's the one that studies the pink crystals and uses them to make power sources and things. So if they're shipping them out places, that may be where they've come from.
We might actually be able to locate the source. That would be brilliant.
And then they're coming from the Carver itself.
We could literally cut off the head of the snake. That would be amazing. That will disrupt everything. That will put the cat amongst the pigeons and all that other stuff.
Indeed. Let's
go then. Where is the church around here, or what passes for religion?
So you're after the dwarf or the bartender?
Dwarf.
The dwarf. Grebin says, you'll hear him and wailing in the morning. But if you head towards the desert. So he gestures kind of easterly. Yes, easterly. And you'll find the walls there, and you'll find the pilgrims heading on in.
I don't know if that's gone through.
I got it. It worked perfectly.
Yeah.
It did.
Yep, I got it.
Can you see it all right?
Yeah.
Because on my screen, it's coming up as a little poop.
It does come up as a little poop sometimes.
It's coming up as a little poop on mine.
Well, I've just saved it, so it's all good.
Cool. That sounds like I don't know if
that's almost exactly what I drew.
Yeah, almost.
It's not far off, Matt. It's just a few more teggies.
I love how I've got that in a potion bottle on one.
A healing potion, like a splash art page. He says, you head that way, you'll hear them wailing. What a racket. What a racket. How do you spend your evening, Griggs?
Not much.
Weather gear off of my armor stuff.
Stripping down to the cooler stuff. Charlie takes off his undergarments too.
Is there a bathroom?
A modest arrangement, yes.
Okay. Can I run myself a very cold bath?
You can run yourself a lukewarm bath.
Cold.
You can cool it yourself. You can stand there for.
Is there not just cold water?
There is cold water, but the ambient temperature makes it seem not cold to your dragonborn body.
To everybody else is like, "Ooh, that's cold." You're sitting there going, "Yes, no."
Like, I've had tea hotter than I've had Charles's tea hotter than this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a
cooler than this, you mean?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, you get the picture. Yeah, it's hard to get caught for you. You're not you're not going to suffer any major consequences, but it's just for Killian's brain to be even more frustrated than he normally is already.
Yeah, so instead of getting brain freeze, you get brain overheat.
Yeah.
Brain fried, broiled.
I get what is it? Heat stroke.
Yeah. The night passes okay. Is anybody going out exploring past dark kind of thing? Past sort of as much as we get a sense.
I would love to, but there is a certain amount of asking for it, you know.
I was gonna say I don't like the way you asked that question.
No, it's just things change in a city after dark.
Player not trusting DM.
True, but that's not how it is. The answer is
if Erwin wants to, I will what's the word? Accompany.
Walk him.
I don't think Erwin can sleep in this heat. Even at night time, it's still going to be like warm.
Yeah, Killian is suffering. Killian is like melting.
Charles, in the heat, as he's actually moved away from the bar and he's found a little kind of corner, and he's got his tea and he's ruffled his feathers up and all the sand's got in there. And Jackson, as you're sat at the bar, he's actually fallen asleep holding his cup of tea, just nodding off in the corner, and there's a little
he's like this, and as he's nodded off, his beak's gone into his teeth.
Yeah, there's a little bubbles into his tea a little bit, and then he goes,
we'll probably rob him of all these items. So if we rob him, then no one else can. So we'll make sure he has his coin purse is pre-cut.
Yeah. You take all the essential things from
valuable. Well, what other people would consider valuable, not so much Charles.
Charles has got things.
Charles has got tons of stuff. That's the scary thing about it. Well,
Right.
more importantly, I don't want that brass orb being stolen. That's scary. Yeah. In fact, we'll probably wake him up. I'll probably wake him up and send him to bed.
I'm terribly sorry. Oh, this lovely heat's got to me, but it has made me rather drowsy.
That's fine, I say, literally mopping my brow. You probably want to head out to bed then. Not a good idea to be sleeping in a bar. Not if you want anything left of you.
You're quite right. I'll be up at the crater, and I'll be out to the temple. Maybe one of you could accompany me, but...
Sure, certainly.
Sleep well, everybody. Night, Jackson.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. And he kind of says good night to the Grebin and proceeds upstairs.
Cool.
Jax, what are you on?
Valium.
I mean, if we're going to go out on a random pub crawl, I can do that. I'm quite happy to sort of. I kind of figure that sort of stripping all the cold weather padding and everything off of armor is going to take a bit of time. You know, the big fur collars and stuff that he's got going on.
It's going to take a while. What are you doing after dark? What is the Owen? You two need to talk. Come on. If Killian's coming, you need to talk.
Well, I'm trying to, but you interrupted.
Killian, don't talk. Come on. So,
well, it's warm, and apparently it gets cold at night. I think I need some fresh air. What do you suspect? Go around and see what the city's like. Perhaps get some rumors in. I did hear one rumor of apparently over in the desert plains there are such things as wandering tar pits and a blue dragon flying, searching for something. So there's plenty of rumors to be found. I think we should go hunting for rumors. What do you think?
Yes.
Yes.
He
Pub crawl.
really get to Killian.
Mhm.
It sends him a bit too lally.
Let's have a couple. Let's have a perception check between the two of you. So both of you roll perception first of all.
There's no such thing as gathering
Both-
information anymore. Is there no gathering
Both of
information
you
roll?
roll
No. Boo.
D100.
D100.
What, before or after?
No,
the-
perception roll first.
Oh,
and
okay.
then D100 afterwards.
Then a D100.
Please.
I got 20.
20 for your perception. Okay, yeah. What did you get in your perception?
17.
Oh, nice and high. Okay, that's good. This is very good.
D100 it is.
Oh, 89.
89 Killian. Oh,
26.
89, 26.
Don't tell me that so many bad guys come after us.
No.
No, because we were dead. If 89, 26. Okay, so 100.
100 and what would it be? 105?
115.
Well, after you get to triple digits, doesn't really matter at that point. It's just collateral damage.
It's like,
They'll do 1 point of damage. You are so dead.
It's not so much a rumor that you come across Killian on. As you're traveling through, you see an individual carrying two sacks over their shoulder each, like this. They are what are they? They're human.
yeah.
They are dressed in the local attire, like dark green kind of colours, green and browns, cut off shorts for the heat and stuff, and kind of like a leather jerkin-y type thing. Then leave the arms exposed. Explodes.
Yee.
Exposed,
Yee.
and it's just to let the rippling muscles explodes. That's what it is. I'm gonna make my rippling muscles explodes.
Just can't help themselves. They just bend down, just things just ripped.
Yeah, they're ripped apart. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah, okay, no, that's what everyone's like in Tantalib. Over the shoulder. And what you notice is the bags are damp and dripping. And
Grim.
then you see the bag twitch.
Ew.
That's not really a rumor. That's going to avoid that like the plague. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to know? Go ask him. I'm going to ask him.
The thing is, I wasn't going to ask anything.
Well, too late.
Can I?
Tell me, Killian, what do you want to do? You split the bag open.
Yeah.
Are you going to try and sneak up on this person?
Yeah.
Stealth check.
This could end
I think I'm going to find myself somewhere perched to watch this show.
Yeah. So at this
Okay,
point,
let's see how this goes. See what happens
Killian
now.
just kind of goes, woo, and starts
Right, okay.
Scooby Dooing off to the side towards this individual who's
I find a shadow to sit in and get out the popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh, can you sleight of hand a croissant out of his pocket to watch?
No, I don't have a death wish. I don't have a death wish.
Even though it is Erwin, still, you don't steal them.
I don't want them. I don't actually like them. I know. I haven't told Killian this. I don't want to lose friendships, but yeah.
It's not even it's hands, ears,
Yeah.
nose.
Wow. Okay. Unsurprisingly, I haven't told him this.
Was that a 6?
That wasn't a very high roll, was it?
they notice you and spin round on you as this 6 foot or 7 foot tall white dragon in the darkness and the setting sun.
When
is
the
trying
moon
to
comes
sneak up
out,
on
just
you.
It would have been 8.
Mate, they come out and they kind of spin and they hey, what do you want? And they kind of backing away like from you, like
Squishy. Squiggly.
what? What do you want? And he kind of like raises his foot like to try and like get back. I've been mugged before. I know how to defend myself.
Oh, my friend. Are you okay? Sorry. My friend here is a little drunk.
What's he? A deception check.
Hey, this could go horribly wrong. It always relies on the other person. I could do great. Deception. I can't even find it. There it is. I'm going to roll a D8. Adding a D8 to that. Okay, so that's 9. And that's with the bonus.
He says, "You don't look like it. You ain't swaying. I don't smell nothing on you."
I'm still copying him on it.
I'm trying to grab Killian by the tail if necessary. Pull him away. Let's go.
I will shout. I'll shout for guards.
Let's go.
Please stop squiggly.
I don't dare. Let's go.
You can wait in line at everybody else. He turns away and walks off.
Wait for what?
A special.
Special what? Oh,
I'm so ineffectually holding on to Killian's tail, and I'm going to expect to be skiing in a second.
Killian just goes up to him and goes,
Yeah.
Yes, food at Blarms.
Oh dear. Now we've got a name. Oh dear.
It's the same place that Jack took us to.
Oh.
Is
Oh yeah. Blonde Bites, yeah.
So I'm like, and then I turn around.
They ain't marinated yet.
Yeah.
I turn around and like swing as I turn around. Erwin just goes,
Ah!
and walk in the other direction. I'm like, squiggly special. Squiggly special.
Can you tell me what your roll was? 20
Oh,
something?
I have to find it, but I think it was 26, I think. I'm going to double check.
Yeah, I got 89. You got 26.
Yeah, 26.
Okay.
Wham! Sorry, I've just seen this. It's got wham on it. There. I got really excited.
You find a few folks standing around a small outside sort of barbecue type setup on a tripod.
They like their food around here, don't they?
And they're kind of they're cooking. Some of them are warming their hands as the, to them, cool night air comes over.
What are they doing?
Chilly tonight. Yeah, pretty cold. Yeah. Did you hear that? Apparently the guy from Heptar's been killed. Yeah, Hammerhead. Yeah, heard something. Someone tells me. No, this is hard to believe. Someone tells me it was a squid. Oh, a walking squid. Yeah, a walking squid. Imagine that. But didn't he have like a hat? I've never seen a squid with a hat. No, squids don't normally wear hats. But he had like, I don't know. You know the squids can change their colours, can't they? camouflage and all that. Yeah, they're just having this discussion around the fire.
Can I side it up from?
Yeah, I think I'm doing the same.
Oh, no. Start copying them, just like, and then just go.
Evening to you, sir.
It was a pudding person, actually. Just
A what?
pudding person.
You had no bones, I say. Oh, weirdly, I sidle up too, but you can't see me. It's like.
You're on the other side. It looks like the barbecue's talking. Oh,
Yeah.
the barbecue's talking. They're like, what? You know something about it?
Well, maybe, they say with a smile. Yes, the king was being put in. The king had been woken up from a 10-year slumber that his own son had put him into. And some great heroes had awoken him from his accursed slumber. To celebrate his return, he called all the great leaders and luminaries from around the Rohast and beyond to come celebrate at his palace at Mordensaal. Everyone was there. A grand ball with great windows and musicians and all manner of people came. The Norns from the north, and of course from Heptar, the the Archbishop himself. But it was a ruse, you see. Well, the king was looking for Nerdwells, a cult, an evil cult worshipping a creature from beyond the stars, a cult known as the Cult of the Moor. Looking at them for that.
They're just looking at you.
Okay, cool. Fantastic.
Make an insight, if you like.
Yep, please. Okay. It's going to be terrible, but yep, 8. That's all I get. I'm not going to get that. There is a test, you see, for the creatures of the moor, these outer beings summoned in by the cultists, have no bones. They are truly gelatinous, but they can morph and twist their shape. They can take on the visage of anyone they wish. And they had, long ago, subsumed the role of the Archbishop, taken over his guise and his position. He had heroes, the king, that day, searching with magic and guile. They exposed the Heptarch Archbishop for what he is, and he, in his rage for being exposed, tried to kill the king. But great heroes he had, and they were victorious that day. A great battle. A great battle.
They like, that's certainly more than what I'd heard. Just rumours on the wind.
That's not even the best bit.
Tell us more. Tell us more.
The pudding people were the people.
Ah, yes.
You know, like how you and me have clothes?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
The pudding people wear the skin of the people they're pretending to be, like clothes, and then they just burst out of them.
One of the guys turns to the corner and is holding his stomach.
Oh.
Oh, it doesn't say so. I don't think I can eat any of that.
Jelly deals.
Oh, if it's jelly deal, I'm having some of that stuff. Oh, yeah.
Killian's like, more for me.
Oh, help yourself, please. That sounds absolutely awful.
And do you know what else? Do you know how you test for pudding people?
I don't think I want to know any more about this.
But do you know how you test for pudding people?
Oh, you're going to tell me. You won't let me go unless you tell me.
You give them a squeeze.
Okay.
And if they feel soft and squishy, they are pudding person.
Thank you. I shall avoid
And
anybody
if
I
they
find.
feel hard, they have bones, they're not a pudding person. The heat has really got the Killian.
Okay. Thank you, kind sirs, for your story and your advice. Tale of caution: stay away from pudding.
No, pudding's great.
Pudding people, not so much.
Yeah, make sure you give him a squeeze.
And this, you can see you're like, you're really creeping me. This isn't the kind of nice, quiet evening I'd expected round the fire. Look, we'll douse
Apologise.
these now. Please have these. And they hand you like these little skewers, like meat and
nice.
vegetables on them. You wander on for a little while, and you make your way round the sort of the town. You see the great doors of the temple. They are barred and closed to you. You can see that there are various warehouses in the. You make your way back around to kind of the harbour side, where it's slightly cooler. You're getting that wind off the sea and that kind of rising smell of salt and the weed that grips the shore there. Yeah, just that nice kind of evening by the shore. But you do notice that some of the warehouses are less used, and they're quite tall, and some of them are not stone roofed. Some of them are a thatch roof to help with the drainage, maybe on this side of the city, like not thatch but pitched roofs is what I mean. They're not a lot of the places here are flat roofed. These are pitched roofs. One of them is particularly sort of more rundown.
Don't sit
and
on
you
its
both
head.
notice that there is a hole in the side of one of these buildings.
On your bed.
And you see what you think to be a small blue lizard run out on 2 feet and vanish into shadows. You then see an owl fly out of the gap.
An owl. Normal owl.
A normal owl, but like a barn owl. You then see, you kind of see it like a glint of something metallic go like about yay big come out.
Like
and
running
then you see
on legs.
A robot.
It's making an impression of legs.
Okay.
From this distance, you can't quite make out
Tiny little wind-up toy.
what it is. Then you see an elven head emerge from the hole, kind of crawl out, stand off, brush down this wonderful pink dress, and kind of shake their blonde hair, and it kind of flows all around them, and then proceed off into the darkness.
I look
Killian.
at Owen.
Did you see that?
Killian did see it as well with a high perception like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what you see every day.
What's that blue lizard?
Oh, I'm going to go find out.
Yep.
Make
I'm going after them.
check the pair. You can see.
Oh, making checks for
Nature
checks.
Nature for if you can identify what the.
Do you know what? I thought you said.
Is that a 20?
22 total. Natural 20.
Naked checks.
Make naked checks.
Naked time.
Might help you with the heat, Killian. No one get in the sand. Do yourself in. But naked.
2 secs. I need to go sort doggy.
Guess what? Guess what I got?
I don't know.
1.
13. For the
13.
third time today.
Nice.
Erwin, you kind of recognise the creature from somewhere in the back of your catalogue brain. You believe the first creature was a kobold, but blue. And normally, they are
traditionally more like a kind of maroonish, sort of reddish skin that you've come across them, but this one was like a I don't know what kind of blue, like a deep. You know when you get velvet that's blue, and
Yeah.
like the outer scales are like kind of shimmery, like the edges of it are like where the light would hit velvet and make it shine like that. That's what the edges of the scales are kind of like. The owl that you saw was definitely some sort of barn owl. The third thing, you have no idea what it was.
Sorry, out of character. I've just realised who it is. That's amazing.
Out of a hole, yeah.
Yeah, like a little. There's a crate, and then there's a piece of wood that have been very tactically placed, but they're climbing out of there
and running off into some alleyways. Yeah,
into one of the alleyways. Yeah, just kind of like heading off.
I really hate my brain sometimes.
What are you after now, my love?
Well, I'll put my face.
Is it down your top, in your boobs?
No, for once. I see it.
Oh yeah, I go up to the alleyway if nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
May need to sneak at this time. Let's go up to it. Although I may more stealthily peek down the alleyway.
Running, or are we stealthily?
No, I'm quite quiet even when running, so I'll run up to the entrance to the alleyway. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But stop and then do the stealthy peek. You know.
They are very, very interested in whatever they're doing. They don't notice you as you kind of come up to the end of the alleyway. You two, they are pelting down this road after this blue kobold.
So the blue coal's being chased. They're not just a team going along.
It would seem that the last three individuals are in pursuit of the blue kobold.
Okay. Now, see, we don't know this.
Oh, and you probably would hear that the elven person, female in the pink dress, shouting, "Idiot! Idiot!
Idiot.
Idiot, you're saying, yeah?
Idiot!
Idiot.
Idiot. As in IDGIT. Idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the way me mum says it.
Yeah.
Me mum.
Me ma'am.
Me mum.
Where are you from?
Like the way, Mummy.
Mummy. That was the dairy girl in you, wasn't it? Coming out.
Like the way me mum says it. Yeah, idiot.
Idiot.
Oh, wonks a lot.
Question. Go after them. I'll go see what the hole's in the hole. Probably be to make a decision quick.
Can we go after them then, see what's in the hole?
Sure.
Cool, let's do that.
We're doing that. We're going after them. Relatively stealthily, keep a distance, make sure more like shadowing than anything else. Ironically, they're running, they're making more noise, so we can speed up.
Yeah. A couple of twists and turns are taken.
It always freaks me out when suddenly Jack's camera comes back on his.
And then you find the last three individuals standing round, kind of looking around, and the elven person kind of gestures up, and the owl flies up, and you can see it circling above, trying to locate, but fails, and then kind of comes back down and lands on their arm. No good.
I go, Killian, quick. Throw me on that roof.
Okay. Up onto the roof. You look down.
Yeah, I'm looking around, not down.
Okay.
I'm looking for making some assumptions. I'm assuming this kobold is sneaky. This kobold also didn't run down here by accident. This kobold has a way out. So he either went into a building, it's possible, or he went onto a roof and has a skylight, hatchway, or some other means of traversing roof to roof quietly and carefully. So I am looking, if I was a kobold who ran into an alleyway and I need to make a swift escape, where would my escape be? I'm basically putting my cobbler skills to use.
Sure. Would you roll me a perception check with disadvantage?
Yay. Disadvantage roll. Would 14 be a success? If not, I can add D8 to it.
It would not be a success.
I'll add a D8. Would 18 be a success?
You see the remnants of footprints in some dust on one of the lower roofs. Like, not where Killian has thrown you.
Yeah, no.
But you can see, like, that there was maybe he climbed up a piece of, like, I'm going to say, like, architrave, like, design feature on one of the edges of the building. Little footprints, and then there is no further sign.
I will activate my whispers, and with Killian specifically. I go, you track the elf. I'm going to track the kobold.
On it.
Mental communication.
Now you're going to have to roll a stealth check because you're a lot closer and they've stopped running.
And
you being stealthy?
I'm being stealthy. Absolutely. I'm going to be stealthy across these roofs and see if I can't find the hatch. Or if you're just standing there with a visibility cloak going, don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me. Oh, that was so close. That was almost a 20. 15 in total.
15. Okay.
That would be a 12.
A 12.
I'm like, yeah. 12,
you're really like, great. No, yes, no, yes, no.
I know, like 12, 13 seems to be my average today.
That's not bad though.
Is it? Sorry? 12.
12.
The person turns on you, says,
Ooh.
Who's that? What do you want? I've got an owl. And I'm not afraid to use it. Can see you. You're very white. Are you ill?
Hey!
Oh, finally. I say
Killian was just like against the wall, like. And then when it was, are you ill? Hey! Not ill. Very hot.
Oh, come, have a drink. Would you like to have a cold drink?
more than your next breath.
What is it?
It's made from yogurt and fruit. It's quite refreshing.
Ah, yes. Wonderful yogurt in 40-degree heat. This is going to be lovely. This tastes so good.
Yeah.
Fresh made.
Killian kind of side it was over.
Yeah.
Can I actually hear this conversation from where I am?
Oh, she's not being quiet. Yeah, you can hear it and you can look down.
I literally, well, I'm not looking down. I don't need to. I'm doing my thing. I'm just in cycling going, make friends.
Can I do an insight?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
I'll put them a croissant.
Yeah, shh in your head.
Fair, it's fair. Quiet. Okay.
Heck's sake. 11.
You get a sincere sense of curiosity about this person.
Oh.
And probably like, I don't know, like a degree of innocence, maybe, or naivety, maybe. That's probably the best way to describe it.
Okay.
But that's about all. You don't know if they're lying or anything, or trying to deceive you.
Okay. I will go up to them so they can see full me.
You're tall. You're very white. Are you from the south? I like your armor. What does that symbol mean?
Can it stop? But in his head, not out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
He's just looking at them like, so yes, Dragonborn.
I'm aware.
What's the next thing? Am I from the south?
Yeah.
Am I from the south?
Yeah. You're
Yes.
Sure. It's the norm.
Family crest.
Very nice. What family?
Norn. Is it Norn or Norn?
Norn. Why are you here?
Yeah, Norn.
I'm here. I've been here for a while.
Just passing through?
Ah. Do you have one of those things? A name?
Yes.
So Norn, is that come first or after? Some people change it round.
After.
Okay, what's the first bit?
What's yours first?
Katsana.
Cad. Sana.
Katsana. Yeah, oh, just Cad, it's fine.
Okay. Killian.
Killian. Nice. Like it. We've both got the same sound at the beginning.
And I just point at the owl.
Ah, Bewee.
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 Bewee or Bewee?
Bewee.
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 Yes. Perfect. You got the pronunciation just on.
I point at the little metal thing that was like.
Ah, Brian.
Brian.
Brian. Ryan.
What is Brian?
A can opener.
Can Killian try and pick up Brian?
Yeah.
To inspect Brian.
Brian backs off. Be gentle. He's nervous at first. Brian, it's okay. This is Killian. Killian, Brian, Killian. Bewee, Killian, Bewee, Katana, Killian, Katana, Brian, Katana, Bewee. I think we've all been introduced. Fantastic.
Can I pick up Brian?
Brian timidly.
Pick up Brian.
Brian is kind of a can opener, but that has been expanded. There's like little metallic arms, and there's knee joints where there shouldn't be, but you can definitely see that the top is like a little hook for getting into like cans.
All I can think is it Ellen?
Ellen?
Ellen.
Yeah. So the Martells would love this.
Yeah. Oh no. Ellen makes a mental note to tell Ellen that he found a can opener called Brian that could walk.
Yeah, Brian kind of just like turns a bit, like the metal like moves like it would be skin and kind of waves a little bit at you.
Then I get a croissant while still holding Brian. Croissant out. Offer it to Brian.
Brian doesn't.
Offer it to Beanie.
He will peck.
Yeah. And then put Brian back down.
Brian's fine. Brian, it's not your fault though. Beewee, it's not your fault. I don't know what happened.
With what?
The blue thing.
Why were you chasing the blue thing?
Well, it came in and then I fed it and then it ran.
So why were you chasing it?
I wanted to see where it was going. Why were you chasing me?
Same thing.
Great minds think alike.
My God, it's like a mirror.
Killian's just looking at this person, just like.
Anyway, I'm Dusty.
I'm Killian.
Just brush his dress down.
Yep.
Awfully lucky.
Yep, the nightmare has come true.
Anyway, that's not gone right. I'm going to go and eat some fine food. I'll see you later.
Croissant.
No, need some protein. Sorry, not that. Well, maybe that. Thank you. And then they march off towards the direction of the harbour. Come on, Brian. Brian looks over his shoulder.
I like Brian.
Brian tinkles off. And Beewee kind of flies, kind of fluts and then kind of lands on the shoulder and kind of suddenly you see Beewee swoop into the darkness and come back. And it's like eating a lizard.
Yep.
A tiny lizard.
Okay, so I do a mental thing to Erwin about the conversation regarding the kobold.
Yeah.
I heard. They weren't exactly quiet.
Okay, cool. Did you find the kobold?
That's a good question. The answer's probably no, but
You come to the edge of the footprints.
mm-hmm.
Can you make an investigation check for me?
I would love to. It's one of my best skill.
Oh, sorry.
And then we might have to stop before being balls.
22.
22. Right,
That's
so
and that's an average roll for me.
You find out a lot of information about this space.
Mm-hmm.
The footprints kind of stop, then face the wall of the next stage up of this building. You can see that in the dust on this terrace, there has been something placed and leant against the wall. Then you see no more footprints whatsoever.
I think it was placed and leant against the wall. Was it
looks
against
like
a particular
thing has
brick?
travelled here, collected said item,
and
moved on.
But there's
How tall would the item be? What impression on the ground did it leave, if anything at all?
Lots of little spikes, lots of little holes.
So a broom.
Yes,
So a broomstick.
quite possibly.
It's a witch kobold.
It flew away on a broomstick.
Quite possibly.
This is my kind of kobold.
Okay then. With my superior eyesight, I look up to see if there's not a kobold on a broomstick looking down going, what are they doing?
No, it's not. It would be that they have not spent time in the area. They have made a sharpish getaway.
Swift getaway.
Mm-hmm.
Kobold possibly flew away on a broomstick.
Amazing.
I think the kobold flew away on a magical broomstick.
What?
I don't think I can be any clearer. I think he flew away on a magical broomstick. checking the chimney, just go ahead and just gone down the chimney with a broomstick.
He's not just taken the broom. It's not a magical broomstick. It's just a chimney sweep.
Yeah.
From being a witch to being Santa.
to being
Oliver Twist, is that one?
Mary Poppins.
Oh God, not that. No, anything but that. Stepping time. Mary Poppins stepping time. Mary Poppins stepping time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Mary Poppins stepping time. Unbelievable. Yes. I used to love that as a kid. I loved that movie as a kid.
I used to love that movie as a kid.
So weird.
The tea party on the ceiling was my favourite.
Oh yeah. I love to love. Long and loud and
You know
clear.
what? Ali has never seen it.
Oh, it should totally. It should be a part of every childhood.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We can indoctrinate the child with our weirdness. And after that, are we doing anything, or have you sufficiently cooled in the cool of the evening?
Well, apart from going back and look at what's in the hole, but we could do it next game.
Yeah, we will head back towards where we saw them emerge from.
Yes.
Le hall.
Okay. Yeah, you can duck in. Erwin can get in easily.
Mm-hmm.
You can get your head and shoulders in and have voluminous hair. No, sorry, that's. You can walk straight in to this place. It is a warehouse. It is in use. Can you make a warehouse? Yeah. Could you make not as in like werewolf?
Oh no, I was just making sure you said that.
Could you make me another investigation check in this space, Erwin the Cobbler?
Oh, nice. Same again, 22.
22. On the ground floor, everything seems mostly normal, but you glance up into the rafters looking for those places where one might gain entrance or access to a place in a non-traditional fashion, the fashion that a cobbler might gain access to such areas.
Mm-hmm.
I love how that's now become the thing.
It's a cobbler.
Cobblers.
I'm really concerned about Matt. Matt's just getting lower and lower in that.
And smaller too. He's getting further away as well.
I was just reclining in the seat, so
he's just getting smaller.
He's having a relaxing game. He's just having less.
Every time I look at him, he's just getting smaller and smaller on the screen. I'm like, oh, pops, don't drool everywhere, please.
Last game, Sheffield and Werewolf, he was literally doing the Kilroy sort of thing, just a nose above it.
And you look up, and tucked away, like between where beams connect the ceiling, you can make out that there is like some sort of like fabric strewn across an area, but like sort of camouflaged into the rafters. But with a 22, you can make it. You'll see it. Hope I don't sniff the super glue.
Sniff the super glue.
I will climb up and see if I can't grab it.
Yeah, you climb up and you find a small home. Basically, you find like a few books. You find a little bed. You find a collection of small little trinkets and things like that. And the color of the fabric has been chosen to match sort of like the color of the ceiling. So from the ground floor, you can't really see this, but it's kind of tucked into one of the eaves of the house. But yeah, you can see like a little home, and the bed is full human size. You can sort of see also a hairbrush, and in the hairbrush there are strands of blonde hair.
I don't know if it's because we're talking about a sandy place, but I'm scratching, like I can feel it on my arms and everything, and it feels like I've got sand all in my hair. I don't like it. I know.
Yeah, and it looks like maybe that the individual that you saw recently has sort of made a little home hovel in the top of this warehouse's rafters.
Interesting. So perhaps the kobold was stealing from her. shall I say, I think the elf was living up here,
Sorry.
kind of caught away in the rafters. They've made a little home for themselves. What are the books? What are the titles of the books, if they're titles at all?
Oh! Now I've got to find what the book is. And now this is a question that's going to take me back. Oh.
How to be normal for dummies.
Oh my gosh, she would fail at that so bad.
How to make inanimate objects.
Yeah.
What was that? Artificer for dummies.
Yeah, inanimate objects and their properties. There was a catalogue of knives, forks, and spoons.
Really?
No, I'm going to have to get back to you on this one.
Okay,
Because
sure.
I
Give me a list later.
have the name of the book immediately to hand that are there.
That is going to be a long way back.
Yeah, I've got to.
Coming later. I'll put in my notes.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat later on. And then where do we proceed back to the inn to try and get some sleep?
Yeah, probably a good idea. If nothing else.
Yeah.
Do you think we should go back?
Yes.
Okay. We head back.
Head back in.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Although sleep may not come because it's still effing warm.
me and Erwin will probably just like hot around the inn until
Prop up the bar, pretty much.
And
constantly ordering water. Water, please.
Killian,
More water, please.
when Killian falls asleep, he falls asleep on the bar. And you, Erwin, position a bowl of water in front of his snout. You climb on the bar and lay with your head towards the bowl of water. You are coolly misted throughout the night.
A swamp cooler! A swamp cooler! Yay!
As Killian
air conditioning into
yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Gently kind of, you get this like gentle misting, and you can see these little beads of water like gathering on the tips of your ears.
Ah, so nice.
The small little fragment, and the little hair. I can imagine Owen has little bits of hair, like eyebrows and stuff.
Oh no, he has some. The original picture, he has some severe. He has some severe brows going on. They're full on like like that. They will go over the place. They are.
Yeah, I like it. Like that's all beading and like slightly chilled. And Killian, you finally, maybe your body's becoming accustomed to this.
Oh no, Killian's just got tired.
Yeah. Absolutely exhausted. He's like a big kid. Like when they're like, I'm not tired, Owen. We can do one more lap of the.
Yeah. Pretty much like a hyperactive child.
Yeah. And that's where we shall stop our game for this evening. And we should get this. Thank you very much, folks. That was awesome. That was really enjoyable to introduce a new city to you guys. That's really lovely. I'll stop that there.